Gary said I was jamming on the gong. It starts to warm up and then it changes. It's amazing. Welcome everybody to the Amani Center. So good to see all of you. Are you ready to raise the vibration by singing our opening song along with the wonderful Gary Weinberg? Yes. All right, so do you want him to stand for this one, or is this a slower?
If you want to stand, stand. If you want to sit, stand. No, whatever you want to do. There's a brief intro, which if you've heard me sing this song, you know I do it. And it's a Ricky Byers song, and it goes like this. There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand, but now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you just gotta let it go, let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only for God. No more trouble, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only. I release and I let go. I let Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Great job, everyone. Thank you, Gary. All right, it's time to release the kids. So if anybody is ready to go have some fun with Monica today, head on back, and we will see you guys afterward. All right, well, welcome to the Amani Center. My name is Marcy. I'm so grateful to see you all here. We're going to have a fantastic Sunday, as always, and we like to start by reading our vision statement aloud together. So let's do it together. We are lighting the path to peace together. And so that's why we show up here on Sundays. That's why this place exists. That's what we're all about. And that piece of doing it together is so relevant, so important, and so uplifting. So this is a little bit more about who we are, an open and inclusive spiritual community, knowing that there are many paths to the divine and loving to walk them together. So whatever your path is, they're all different, and that's okay. And they all come from within, and yet when we join together to walk them, it's more powerful. We can lift each other when we need lifting. We can allow someone else to help us when we need that. We're a safe place where you can learn to and grow and be. So sometimes you're in classes. Sometimes you're learning new things. Sometimes and when you do that, then you're into that transformational up-leveling, that growth, that transformation. So important. Why are we here? How do we get more into that? And then sometimes you just need a safe place to fill your cup, and we are that too. A place where you can be. Maybe you can take a breath. The world's a lot out there right now. So we are a place where you can come and do that too. And that is always available here at the Amani Center. Is there anyone here for the first time? Oh, wonderful. Gina's going to bring you a little bit of information. Yeah, keep your hands up just for a second. We're so glad that you're joining us. And if you have any questions, feel free to see one of us afterwards. We'd love to answer your questions, and we're just very glad you're here. We'll talk a little bit about all the things that go on here. Maybe something will spark interest for you and be just what you were looking for. One of the ways that we live into that mission, into that vision statement, is with our Circle of Light, which is made up of our practitioners and our ministers, and we are here for you to show up in prayer, in treatment, affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment, to help you through what you're going through. So I'm going to ask everyone in our Circle of Light to raise your hand so you can see all these people, and look, so many around the room. I love that. If you have something heavy on your heart today, don't take it home. See, one of the people who just raised their hand, we're all saying that we are committed to sitting down with you after service for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and helping you shoulder that burden. If it's a burden, helping you remember the truth about yourself, because that's what we do. Helping you bring in the things that you want to manifest, the dreams that are up here that are for you. All that good stuff. So please see one of us. We love to do it. That's why we train. That's why we're here. Don't be shy about it. Just come see one of us. It's our gift to you. And Reverend Kathy's sitting right up here, so you can come sit down with her in a chair, or you can find one of us if you'd like to go outside. Whatever works for you. If you're online and you want some affirmative treatment or prayer, you can reach out. You can drop a note below. We will reach out to you. We can do it via the phone. We can do it via text. We can write an email, whatever works for you. But we love doing that. So please do take us up on that offer. It's real. All right, here is our schedule for the month of September. We are 4/5 of the way through with the wonderful Reverend Sherry Wynn speaking today. Yes, always a great Sunday with Reverend Sherry. And then it's a 5-Sunday month, which are my favorite. And so we have a new speaker. Her name is Pam Kay. She's a practitioner, recommended by Mitch Austin. We got some fans in the room, new to the Amani Center. When Reverend Mitch recommends someone like Gary, they always turn out, or Lucian, or so many others, they turn out to be a favorite here. So don't miss next week. It's going to be great to hear a new speaker. And then we have a great workshop today, which I had been so looking forward to, and then I had an appointment come up, so I'm not going to be able to make it, but I hope all of you will stay for this. This is going to be Singing Bowls with Jamie Keenan. She brought all her bowls in. She knows how to do this. It's going to be a journey through the chakras. Let the crystal singing bowls awaken your spirit. So this is just going to be a lovely time here at the center. You're starting right after service, essentially, or I see 1 o'clock on here. Set up, and she'll be ready to go. So you can still sign up for that, $30, and it's going to be just an amazing experience. So do that if you have the time. Just a reminder that our Christmas holiday, or our annual holiday craft fair, is coming up on December 7th. We're still looking for vendors. So if you know someone, we're going to fill the parking lot. We're doing this Christkindlmarkt German Christmas Mart theme. So we're going to be making some brats out there. We're going to have sort of that. Is anyone familiar with the Christkindlmarkts in Germany and in Europe at Christmas? Oh my gosh, they're so lovely, and it's a very traditional thing, but there'll be little shops where you can buy gifts, and then there's food, and there's something called Glühwein, which is this hot spiced wine, and so we're going to have all this good stuff, and it's going to be a wonderful, maybe we'll get an Papa band. Does anyone know anyone? It's going to be a great experience. So show up for that. If you know a vendor, please let Kathy know. She's setting this up, and she does a great job with this. Yes, Kathy Clark Amos. All right, so here's some of the stuff that goes on every week. Saturday meditation and breath work. That starts every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. More people should be here for that. That is such a great way to set your intention for the weekend, for the week, to get quiet. It's just a great way to start your weekend. So every Saturday at 9 o'clock, there's someone here doing that. Come and experience that. Yoga classes over at the Ballet Studio on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then Course of Miracles every Thursday at the Jaeger House. So lots of ways to start to up-level your experiences, whether it's physical through yoga, physical and mental, your meditation, or classes like Course in Miracles. All right, so that's all our announcements for today. Oh, I know, I did have 2 other things I wanted to share while I was thinking about it. We had a fantastic full moon and change of season experience on Tuesday night, and we had a great group. We have these practices or journaling exercises that go with this particular full moon. If you're feeling some weird stuff, It's not just you. There's stuff going on. These are on the rolling cart. You're welcome to take one if you like. We had some extras, so I wanted to share that. And what is it, Gina? Gina's got something to say. Potluck is next Sunday. Yes, last Sunday of every month. So yes, if you want to bring something or partake next week, please do that. And then one other thing, if anybody is looking for a lazy boy recliner, Julie has one in back of her truck, which is going to be sitting out here for a few days because she's going to look at her new property. So take a look at it, see if that's something you'd like. She said she'd be real happy if it wasn't there when she came back. So if someone needs a nice lazy boy, check it out. Okay, that's my last announcement. If you haven't already silenced your phones, do so, please, so that we can kind of get into the to the deeper place in our service. We'll start by blessing it. So I encourage you to set anything on your lap aside. And if it feels comfortable, you can allow your eyes to close as you receive a breath in and just drop into this place of the silence, of the connection, the oneness with spirit, with each other, with all that is. And from this place, we are open to receive all of our good today, knowing that everyone who needed to show up is right where they need to be. So thank you. Well done for listening to that voice that said you needed to be here today, for bringing your gifts, which you'll share with others, and for being open to receive the gifts of others and of the service. I know that today's service unfolds divinely. The music, the message, all of the volunteers, the kids program, this technology, everyone involved is blessed and uplifted by being here. And I know that out across this community and the entire world, people are gathering to do this good work, and we are connected and one with them. So from this place of connection, of divine energy, of knowing that we are sourced and guided and led by the divine, I just feel great gratitude and express great gratitude for this knowledge, for each and every one of you, for everyone who shows up to create this community that is the Amani Center. It is made up of the people in this room and in this community online who show up time and time again, and it matters. It is important work that we're doing together. So with great gratitude for all of you, for the Amani Center, and for all that is divinely unfolding right now, I release this word into the law, knowing that as I speak it, it is done and all is truly well. And together we say, and so it is. All right, so I'm going to hand the mic over to our practitioner of the day, Reverend Kathy, and she's going to lead us through the affirmation.
All right, it's time for our affirmation. We do it 3 times. The first time with enthusiasm and joy. The second time quietly with our own excitement and our own deepness. The third time, please be silent and follow my words. Today's affirmation is brought to us by Reverend Sherry Wynn. Let us begin. I open my awareness to the miracle of universal abundance and invite it into every aspect of my life. I open my awareness to the miracle of universal abundance and invite it into every aspect. I open my awareness to the miracle of universal abundance and invite it into every aspect of my life. And together we say, and so it is. Gary. Thank you. Another wonderful song from Gary.
So I got to take my glasses off so I can read this. This is a new song that Spirit wrote through me during Human Spirit. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a retreat that Reverend Georgia, formerly over at CSA, has created, and it's the last one that she's going to do. So hopefully it will not be the last one. But this is a song that came to me quickly. Someday there will be peace. Someday there will be joy. Someday there will be love as big as the sun. And someday is today. Someday no one will go hungry. Someday no child will die. Someday soldiers will lay down their guns. And someday is today. There's no need to earn it. You don't have to buy it. It's all part of Spirit's design. I never will lose it. I'll forever use it. I just need to learn it's already mine. Someday there will be peace, and someday there will be joy. Someday there will be love as big as the sun. Someday is today. Someday is today. Someday is today. Thank you.
How true, Gary. Thank you. All righty. It's time for meditation now. I invite you to get comfortable in your chair. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. Take a deep, cleansing breath through your nose, out your mouth. Breathing in that love of Source. And breathing out any concerns, situations, problems, or monkey mindness. Another deep breath and release. I encourage you to go within to that deep, sacred space where you commune with Spirit, with the source of all life. knowing that you are a part of that life. Bring with you a conversation with your source. This is what meditation is. Talking, receiving guidance and love and support. Enjoy your meditation. Staying in the sacred space, it is now time for a divine healing spiritual mind treatment. The power and presence of the universe is the source of everything, all life, all love. Everything that is comes from that source. God is, I am. Think that, feel that, know that. It is your truth. It is your divine beingness. Knowing that the truth is bigger and stronger than any situation or disease. That love, that guidance, that protection of source flows in, as, and through every organ, every system, every place in your body is filled with divine healing. I invite you to bring into mind someone, maybe yourself, that could use that divine healing energy. It could be a situation or a condition or this community or the world at large. Bring it into your heart and soul, knowing the truth of who you are, and you make a difference. I am so grateful for this. I am so grateful for the love, the direction, and the givingness of spirit. And as I release my word into the universal law, I know absolutely it is done, it is so, and together we say, and so it is. And another song.
So now that everybody's nice and mellow, I don't even have to say the rest of it, do I? Come here, okay. Okay, you ready? I said, hey, 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 I'm a creator. Every night and every day, the imaginator. Hey, 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 said I'm a creator. So are you. Every night and every day, the imaginator. I am an artist. Life is my canvas. I am a sculptor with a big old piece of marble. And God says chisel. And paint my masterpiece. Sing, dance, write a book. Build a bookcase, plant a garden. Teach somebody to read. Just dream. Night and every day, imaginator. I said, hey, 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 I'm a creator. Every night and every day, imaginator. Life is my kitchen where I cook up something delicious. God brings the spices in me. I just make wishes, and I mix them all up and cook up my masterpiece. Shake and bake and roast and toast, whatever is the thing you want to do the most. Just dream, oh dream, dream, and treat and move your feet. Hey, hey, hey. I'm a creator. Every night and every day, imaginator. Sing it with me. Hey, 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 I'm a creator. I'm a creator. Every night and every day. Every night and every day, the imaginator. I said, hey, 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 what's the next line? I'm a creator. You got it. Every night, and every day, imaginator. I am imaginator. Sing it. I am imaginator. What are you? I am imaginator. I am imaginator. I am imaginator. I am. The imaginator. Imaginators. I'm looking at all these imaginators here.
want to take a moment and appreciate all of you for being here today. Could have been someplace else doing something else, but you showed up. And so I want you all to look around at one another. And put your hands over your heart in appreciation for this miraculous gift of life. Close your eyes for a second and just love on yourself. Love on the divine in you, knowing that every day you are supported and loved. Okay? So today's topic is witnessing abundance. I'm going to sidestep a minute and ask you, has anybody ever been startled out of their peaceful place by something the world has brought, or that the world brought and then you grabbed it, and then now it's inside of you, rattling around in your mind and your emotions and your affairs? So we get snagged, I get snagged every once in a while by something that startles me. I'm used to being in my peaceful place, in my bubble, in my grounded, place. And when I pulled out of there, that very instinctual part of me can be reacting in my suit. And this is what I need. There needs to be some way or ways for me to get back out of that, because we all know it's not an easy place to be while transformation is happening, while the old paradigms, the old ways, the old things in the whole universe are unwinding. There's a big noise. And so even more important every day is our spiritual practice, is to find the witness in us. The witness came with us. It's another expression for the divine as us. That energy, or that God source, or whatever you want to call it, that Buddha, that Allah, that nature, that energy that is always moving out of itself in a creative process. I like to call that the witness, because the way that I have found that is through sitting down when I am everything I am, be it peaceful, not so peaceful, startled, afraid, anxious, angry, stuck. I sit down in it and allow the witness in me to see it. Now, it's taken me a long time to engage in what the witness is. And there'll be times I'm like, oh, that's it. Oh, no, I lost it. Oh, that's it. Oh, no, where'd it go? I'm in it. I got it. Oh, it's gone. Sometimes it's very transitory for me. Sometimes I can have deep moments of it. But when I am afraid, it's the first place I ask to go to, because I know in that place that I can find exactly what it is I need to care for my own self so that I can be a better human. I think that's what we're called to, is to be that spiritual self. And when we're that spiritual self, we're the best human we can possibly be. And you can find it anywhere if your intention is to find it. You have to want it. It has to be important. It can't be just something you occasionally show up and do. You can do that. But then what happens when you really need it? When in this moment you really need your source, you need to be connected to it. If you haven't practiced getting there, it might take you a little longer. And so the most important thing you can do, and I'll say it over and over and over and ad nauseum, and you're going to get sick of hearing it, is to meditate. You can pray, you can contemplate, you can talk, but meditation is the foremost and primary access and gateway and portal to your divine self, because it is where silence is. And it's in this silence and in this void when finally your body goes, when all the fear melts away, when all the anxiety lets go, when peace and love and well-being and inner awareness and wisdom and joy exists. And there'll be a whole world that tells you you can't get there unless you do it this way. This way from the world may or may not be the best fit, but I guarantee you, when in sincere desire you sit down to be in communion with the Holy Source in you, it will arrive. Every time your heart is sincere and your desire to have that arrives. And then your mind will come in, the part of you that we have been trained, I call it, I swallowed the poison. I've swallowed a lot of poison along the way. Those components of fear and how I compare myself and I'm not good enough and it won't work out and what about that and this and this and that. I call that my swallowing the poison. And in meditation, physiologically, mentally, emotionally, that spiritual energy lifts that out of your consciousness. You don't have to make it leave. By being in the presence of the divine, it takes the place of it and sits in you. So prayerful work is about asking. And the many years that I've been a prayer, because I call myself a prayer warrior because I needed it. I needed a way to say everything that I needed to say to something I couldn't see, feel, or touch, because I knew that it was going to answer my prayer. Absolutely. And I've had evidence of it all my life. As I've gotten older, I understand that the prayer is to help my mind calm down, to help my emotions find my seat again. The prayer is for me to loosen up all the stuff inside of me so the space of the divine in me can awaken, or I can be awakened to it. When I started in prayer and when I started in class, I remember the first, 2 steps. God is, and I am. And then everybody in class had 3 pages of what they wanted. In very much detail. And I have found that the most 2 important steps are recognizing what God is as you, Spirit is as you, Source is as you, and then remembering you are one with it. That indeed it lives in, through, and as you. And the more you do those first two steps, and then you skip to the end and say thanks, everything in the middle that you as a soul want just shows up. Because the whole time we have taken embodiment, that source has been living through us and hearing everything, being awake to everything. And when we provide the environment or the vibration for what it is that we want to arrive, then it just shows up. And that's not particularly easy. The information is simple. The way is a daily practice. So I don't know about you, but for most of my day, I'm busy. Does anybody like to be busy? I love to be busy. I like to be doing things, creating things, part of things, all of that, and I got really good at it. I got so good at it that I sort of put the being way over here when I had time. Well then, my life erupted in various and sundry ways to get my attention. Things didn't work out at work. People might be angry with me. My kids were out of order. My car broke. My bank account got nothing. I was homeless for a while. I was in a tent, lost my health, my mind, my affairs, everything. You would think I would learn quicker. You would think that having an experience of the divine, because right along with that, I had extraordinary experiences and gifts of the unknown showing up in my life. And of course, nobody could tell me what they were. They patted me on the head. Some people were afraid of me. In another century, I might have been locked up, probably was. So along with everything that was going on, I had these experiences of the divine showing up and answering my prayer, and I still have work to do every day to find my way to my source. Some days it's easier than others. Some days, like this last week, I was with these wonderful people, and we just played and had fun. And I came home to a family member who was in absolute crisis. And it was like, man, I was tired and worn out, and I wanted time to prepare. But it's like there's no preparation here. You get to sit down and find your way back into spirit, because everything that I was hearing had the potential to trigger and take me out. It had the potential to lay me down flat and for me to be in fear. And so I had to do the work over the last couple of days to unwind that in my head. And as I did that, as I prepared myself and sat down and was quiet and meditated and read and played and journaled and did every dang thing I could do to find my way back into my spirit, spirit arrived. Because I woke up the next day. And I woke up the next day. And guaranteed, if we're waking up and we're alive, the thing that is alive in you, I'm going to call source, is there with you. You can doubt it. You can wish it was different. You can complain how it doesn't show up for you. You can be sad because your life isn't any of those things that you wanted to. And I guarantee you, if you go and sit and you don't run away from the sadness, run away from the fear, run away from your ill health, run away from everything, but you sit down and softly witness it as it unwinds. As it unwinds and as it unwinds, you will find your connection. It's not distant from us. We just have tangled stuff in our psyche, in our emotions, in our bodies, and in our affairs. And so I'm glad that you show up today. I'm glad that you have decided that your spiritual walk is important. Because without that, you are subject to what the world is doing. And you can find other pathways that are helpful. It's not always just here. Might be in your friendships, in your music, in your children. There's many ways and many paths. And the most important one is to start your day and end your day in relationship with the divine source in you. And throughout the day, to come back to that place, which is the witness. So, witnessing abundance. Oh my God, we live on this planet. You could spend days being witness to abundance. It could happen inside your little meditation room, which is my front room. It could happen, I be there every day, and I see the same thing, but the way the light comes in the window today, or how the leaves are blowing outside, or how the birds are singing, or how everything around me is abundant with life. Life is everywhere, and life's mission is to arrive and unfold in the multiple and infinite ways that it shows up. In humanity, in nature, in all places. You can look around here and see the abundance of creation in the ways that we've created this center out of nothing. Out of nothing. How it fell apart and it rebuilt itself out of nothing. Out of each one of us that shows up, something falls apart or something gives way for the new. And that universal presence in each one of us, as we tend to the community and we share what it is we desire and we show up to support it, that genius in us then unfolds. If we have a desire for more children, then we sit with the information about, yes, it's going to arrive. If we want to have healthier bodies, we sit with, yes, it's here right now, even if I don't feel well. Or back up. Sit with the vision of children. Imagine it being here already. Holding the vision. That is part of what we're being asked to do right now. A lot of these messages of peace and light have been around for eons, and love. And now we're at a place where we're being asked to hold that vision even stronger, even bigger, while everything is disintegrating. And in the disintegrating process, you're going to find many elements that are saying lots of harsh things. End times, the world's going away, there's AI's going to take over, run, 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 there's going to be a complete shutdown of everything. It's the invitation from that source to be afraid. And don't you know, all the avatars, all the masters, all the great ones sat in the middle of that mess and told us something different. Look at the Dalai Lama. Was torn away from his home, and he still prays for and sees the enemy as his brother. May all beings be happy everywhere. That's what we need to be in the vision of, when what appears to be the enemy and it's taken us out, and that's what it shows up in our field, or there's that harsh reality in our consciousness, we find our seat, we get quiet, and if we're praying, we pray for all beings everywhere, including this one that's in my head that I'm not very happy about, or this other thing that's in my life that I wish was different. May all life be provided for. May all life be nourished. May all things do well. May everyone in my awareness be blessed by my meditation practice. As we do our meditation practice, the vehicle of who we are becomes more and more loaded with light. Sometimes that light is disruptive to others, and sometimes it's healing to others, and sometimes we just have to be patient till what that intelligence has for us shows up. See, in that presence of the one as us is the universal intelligence that created everything. And so when we get worried about stuff, there is no way our linear thinking can provide the answers that we need. It's like throwing the same pieces on the floor and looking for a new answer. The linear mind never has the answer. The intellectual mind is not going to get it. It comes more from the sensor or the knower or the heart source. And in connection with that divine intelligence and anchored into that light that penetrates from beyond and through us and as us and anchored into this earth, we become a generative vessel for that intelligence and that wisdom to work through and as. And so wherever we go, if we look at this as we are on a sacred journey. You know, the Native Americans say, go, walk in a good way. Every footfall, every time our foot falls on the ground, we are imprinting it with what and who we are. And so if we want a different outcome on the outside, it starts with us one at a time. And I get people saying, but we need to do this and we need to do that. It's true, that needs to be done, but how do you want to do it? Do you want to come in your divine source and be directed from the inside out? Or do you want to be pulled all over the place, trying to fit in, trying to work it out, it's like holding up a whole bunch of plates in the air and they're all falling down. There's no way. We can't do it. It's a bad message. It's the poison we swallowed. In order to be the people that we want and to have the world be what we want, we must do the work of being connected to our source in a deep state of gratitude and love. And then it is the vehicle that unfolds your life in the way that you would prefer and brings you the most joy and gladness and gives you the opportunity to serve the highest good of the whole. Can I have an amen? Same story, same place, over and over. I don't have much more to talk about, but I do know that I'm grateful for every one of you. I see your spirits. I see the work that we do. And it only takes a few with intention and willingness to show up as their light to make a difference. May all beings be happy everywhere.
Thank you, Reverend Sherry. All right, now it's our time for a joyful time of giving. This is our chance to give to the Amani Center, share our resources, share our treasure so that we keep doing this good work here. There's a few different ways that you can give up there on the screen. And then also in the white seat backs, we have these cards that have Venmo and PayPal QR codes so that you can give that way. Whatever way you give, we just appreciate you so much. This is a people-driven community. This is how we sustain what we do here. So whatever you give, we're just very much appreciative. We'll pass the baskets in a moment, but first I'm going to hand the microphone back to our practitioner of the day so that she can do a little blessing on what we're preparing to give right now.
In this time, in this place, in this space, the sacred space of Amani, we are given the opportunity to be prosperous. We are given the right to live a happy and prosperous life. And as such, please remember that in the giving, so you shall receive. And I ask you to give from your heart whatever amount, whatever feels right to you, knowing that the good work here is supported prosperously and goes forth in our community, back up, in our homes, in our communities, in our state, in our country. It's the ripple effect. So I give great thanks for this opportunity to express and manifest prosperity in the form of money. Thank you, dear Spirit. And together we say, and so it is. And the baskets are being passed. And Gary is going to play a song. A prosperous song. That's right.
An anything song. So is this the closing song or no?
This
Okay.
is get people.
This is Gary gets one more song. This. Oh, is it? All right. And we can still do that for the closing, or I can just play another song. An abundance song. Oh, okay. Well, let's do that.
Karen Drucker.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Back to God. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks
Okay, I hear kids. Let's bring them up. Woohoo! This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine.
Right. Good morning. So we had fun today, and we're especially blessed today to have two new friends join us, Elliot and his sister Amaya. Yay, welcome, welcome. And today our story was, Have You Seen Trees? And it's all about trees, and we meditated first about trees, then we had the story, and then we talked about trees, different trees in our lives, and then we had an art project, and now we have an affirmation from Charlotte.
I am grateful for the abundant blessings from trees.
Yeah. All right. So now you can go sit down. You can go find your mom and dad.
Right.
Or you're with your mom, right? All right.
Thanks, guys. So good to see this big group today. Thank you, Monica. All right. So, don't forget Singing Bowl meditation workshop. Beautiful. Okay, so 1 o'clock for Singing Bowl. So if, what time is it? So you have some time, you can go get lunch or something and then come back for that. And then let's stand and sing The Presence is Here together. The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace.
Knowing that grace is with you every day, let your intention be your divine self every day. So it is.